What if I told you that every single day, without even realizing it, you're slowly wasting your life? Most people never see it coming. These 10 toxic habits are like silent killers, destroying your potential, your happiness, and your future. And the worst part, you might be guilty of all of them. Are you ready to face the truth? Number 1, procrastination. Procrastination is the silent thief of time, and it's one of the most toxic habits that can slowly destroy your life. At first it seems harmless, pushing tasks off until later, thinking you'll get to them eventually. But what happens? Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, important opportunities have slipped away. This habit is sneaky because it disguises itself as harmless delay, but in reality, it's stealing your potential moment by moment. When you procrastinate, you create a cycle of stress and guilt. Every time you put something off, it stays in the back of your mind, nagging at you. This mental weight builds up over time, leading to anxiety and frustration. And let's not forget how procrastination kills productivity. Instead of tackling your goals head-on, you're trapped in a never-ending loop of, "I'll do it tomorrow." What's worse is that procrastination erodes self-discipline. The more you give into it, the weaker your ability to take action becomes. You start to lose trust in yourself and your own abilities. This can lead to a lack of confidence and even self-sabotage. The truth is, every minute spent procrastinating is a minute wasted, one that you'll never get back. If you don't break free from this toxic cycle, you risk losing control over your time, your growth, and ultimately, your life. It's time to stop letting procrastination control your future. The problem with excessive screen time is that it rewires your brain. You become accustomed to instant gratification, making it harder to focus on important tasks that require deep thought and patience. Over time, your attention span shrinks, making it difficult to stay productive and focused on your goals. This habit drains not only your time, but also your energy, leaving you feeling exhausted and unfulfilled at the end of the day. But it doesn't stop there. Spending too much time in front of screens can also damage your mental and physical health. It leads to sleep problems, anxiety, and even depression as you isolate yourself from real-life connections and activities. You lose touch with reality and start living through the lens of a digital world. If you're not careful, excessive screen time will consume your life, leaving little room for personal growth or meaningful experiences. Break free from the screen trap before it's too late. Number 3, perfectionism. Perfectionism may seem like a positive trait on the surface, but in reality, it's a toxic habit that can slowly destroy your life. The constant need to get everything perfect holds you back from actually getting things done. You end up spending countless hours obsessing over details that don't even matter in the long run, all while missing out on bigger opportunities. Perfectionism is a trap that feeds on fear. The fear of failure, the fear of being judged, and the fear of not being good enough. This mindset paralyzes you. Instead of taking action and moving forward, you become stuck in a loop of overthinking and second-guessing every decision. The result? Procrastination, missed deadlines, and a growing sense of frustration. What's worse is that perfectionism can lead to burnout. When you constantly chase an impossible standard, you wear yourself down mentally and emotionally. Nothing ever feels good enough, and this leads to chronic dissatisfaction with your work and your life. Perfectionism also stifles creativity and growth. When you're too focused on getting everything right, you stop taking risks, and without risks, there's no real progress. You become afraid to try new things, afraid to make mistakes. But mistakes are how you learn and improve. The truth is, perfection doesn't exist. It's an illusion that only wastes your time and energy. Letting go of perfectionism allows you to embrace progress, take action, and live a more fulfilling life. Don't let this toxic habit rob you of your potential. Number 4. Fearing change. Fearing change is a toxic habit that can quietly ruin your life over time. Change is inevitable, and resisting it only leads to frustration and missed opportunities. When you fear change, you cling to the familiar, even if it's no longer serving you. This keeps you stuck in the same place, unable to grow or evolve. You might stay in the same job, relationship, or routine, even though deep down you know it's not what you want. Why? Because stepping into the unknown feels uncomfortable, and that fear holds you back. The problem with fearing change is that it limits your potential. You begin to settle for less, accepting mediocrity because it feels safer than taking a risk. But by doing so, you're actually wasting your life. The world is constantly changing, and if you don't adapt, you get left behind. New opportunities, experiences, and personal growth all come from embracing change, not avoiding it. What makes fearing change even more damaging is that it creates a false sense of control. You think that by resisting change, you're protecting yourself, but in reality, you're making life harder. Change will happen whether you're ready or not, and resisting it only makes the process more painful. The sooner you let go of the fear of change, the sooner you'll realize that it's not something to be feared, but embraced. Change is where growth happens. It's where you find new paths, new possibilities, and a better version of yourself. Number 5. Spending time with negative people. Spending time with negative people is a toxic habit that can slowly drain the life out of you. These individuals are constantly complaining, criticizing, and spreading negativity, and the more you're around them, the more their energy affects you. It's easy to underestimate how much influence the people you surround yourself with can have on your mindset. Negative people drag you down without you even realizing it. Their constant pessimism seeps into your thoughts, and before you know it, you start thinking negatively too. This habit is dangerous because it affects your mood, motivation, and overall outlook on life. When you spend time with negative people, it becomes harder to stay optimistic and focused on your goals. They'll make you doubt your abilities, criticize your dreams, and magnify your fears. Over time, their influence can lead to self-doubt and low self-esteem, making it even harder to break free from the cycle. Negative people also waste your time and energy. Instead of surrounding yourself with those who inspire and uplift you, you're trapped in conversations that drain you mentally and emotionally. The more time you spend with them, the more you miss out on opportunities to connect with positive, growth-minded individuals. Cutting ties with negative people isn't easy, but it's necessary if you want to protect your energy and well-being. Surround yourself with those who lift you up and push you toward your goals, not those who pull you down into a cycle of negativity. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on future content. Number 6. Constantly seeking distractions. Constantly seeking distractions is a toxic habit that slowly erodes your ability to focus and achieve meaningful goals. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, binge-worthy shows, and the internet itself. It's easy to fall into the trap of constantly looking for something to keep your mind occupied, but this habit comes at a steep cost. Every time you seek a distraction, you're pulling yourself away from the tasks and goals that truly matter. The problem with constantly seeking distractions is that it fragments your attention. You can't focus on anything long enough to make real progress. Instead of dedicating time to learning a new skill, working on a project, or improving yourself, you waste hours on mindless activities that add no value to your life. This habit weakens your ability to concentrate, making it harder to stay productive and motivated. Worse yet, distractions become a form of escape. When you're faced with challenges or uncomfortable tasks, you seek distractions to avoid dealing with them. This only prolongs your problems and creates a cycle of avoidance where nothing ever gets done. Constant distractions also lead to mental exhaustion. Your brain is always jumping from one thing to the next, leaving little room for deep thinking or creativity. Over time, this can drain your energy and leave you feeling unfulfilled. If you want to regain control of your time and focus, it's essential to break free from the need for constant distractions and start prioritizing what truly matters. Number 7. Holding grudges. Holding grudges is one of the most toxic habits that can slowly destroy your peace of mind and happiness. When you hold on to resentment, you keep reliving past hurts, replaying painful moments in your mind over and over again. This habit doesn't just affect your emotional well-being, it seeps into every area of your life. The energy you spend nursing old wounds is energy wasted, energy that could be directed toward growth and improvement. The biggest problem with holding grudges is that it keeps you trapped in the past. You're unable to move forward because you're too focused on what's already happened. It creates a mental burden, weighing you down with anger and bitterness. Over time, this negativity can start to affect your relationships, your health, and even your success. You push away positive people and opportunities because you're still clinging to old resentments. What makes holding grudges so damaging is that it doesn't hurt the person you're angry with. It hurts you. You're the one who suffers emotionally, while the other person may not even be aware of the grudge you're holding. This habit robs you of your peace of mind and creates unnecessary stress and anxiety. Letting go of grudges isn't about excusing bad behavior, but about freeing yourself from the chains of the past. When you release the anger and resentment, you create space for personal growth, inner peace, and healthier relationships. Don't let this toxic habit control your life any longer. Number 8. Lack of purpose. Lack of purpose is a silent, toxic habit that slowly wastes your life without you even realizing it. When you don't have a clear sense of purpose, you drift aimlessly through life, going through the motions but feeling unfulfilled. Every day feels the same, and nothing seems to give you real satisfaction. You might jump from one activity to the next, searching for meaning, but without a solid purpose, everything starts to feel pointless. The danger of living without purpose is that it drains your motivation. Without a reason to push yourself, it becomes easy to settle for mediocrity, to let time slip by without achieving anything significant. You lose your drive to improve, to take risks, or to challenge yourself. Over time, this can lead to feelings of emptiness, depression, and regret. Lack of purpose also makes it harder to make decisions. When you don't know what you're working toward, every choice feels uncertain. You start questioning everything, your career, relationships, and goals, because you don't have a clear direction to guide you. This indecision creates more anxiety and frustration, further trapping you in a cycle of inaction. Finding purpose gives your life meaning and focus. It gives you the energy and drive to wake up every day with a sense of excitement and direction. Without it, you're just existing, not truly living. Don't let the lack of purpose rob you of a fulfilling, intentional life. Start searching for what truly matters to you and embrace it fully. Number 9. Chronic complaining. Chronic complaining is a toxic habit that slowly poisons your mindset and your life. It may seem harmless at first, just venting about the little things that go wrong. But over time, it becomes a pattern that shifts your focus toward negativity. When you're always complaining, you train your brain to look for problems, and this habit starts to consume your thoughts and outlook on life. The danger of chronic complaining is that it keeps you stuck. Instead of seeking solutions or taking action, you stay focused on what's wrong, constantly finding reasons to feel dissatisfied. This negative mindset drains your energy and motivation. You become trapped in a cycle of negativity where nothing ever seems good enough and you feel like the world is always against you. Chronic complainers often push people away too. Nobody wants to be around someone who is constantly negative. Your relationships suffer because people get tired of hearing the same complaints without any effort to improve the situation. Over time, you may find yourself feeling isolated and even more frustrated. What makes this habit even more damaging is that it blinds you to the positives in your life. You become so fixated on what's wrong that you overlook the good things happening around you. Complaining might feel like a release in the moment, but in reality, it's holding you back from happiness and personal growth. To break free from this toxic habit, start focusing on solutions, gratitude, and taking action to improve your situation. Number 10. Dwelling on regrets. Dwelling on regrets is one of the most self-destructive habits you can have. It keeps you stuck in the past, reliving moments that you can't change. While it's normal to have regrets, constantly focusing on them can slowly ruin your present and future. When you dwell on your mistakes or missed opportunities, you fill your mind with negativity and self-doubt. You're left questioning every decision and wondering how things could have been different. The problem with dwelling on regrets is that it robs you of the ability to move forward. Instead of learning from your past and using those lessons to grow, you stay trapped in a loop of what-ifs and if-onlys. This creates a mental burden that affects your confidence and motivation. You become hesitant to take risks or try new things because you're afraid of making more mistakes. This habit can also drain your emotional energy. The more you dwell on regrets, the more you magnify feelings of guilt, shame, and frustration. These emotions can weigh you down, preventing you from finding peace and happiness in your current life. The truth is, you can't change the past, but you can control how you respond to it. Dwelling on regrets keeps you tied to a version of yourself that no longer exists. Instead of wasting your energy on things you can't change, focus on what you can control, your present and your future. Let go of regrets and start using your experiences to shape a better, stronger version of yourself. And there you have it, 10 toxic habits that could be slowly wasting your life. Remember, the key to growth is recognizing these habits and making small, positive changes each day. If this video helped you reflect on your own life, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Also, check out the videos appearing on the screen right now. Those will take your self-improvement journey to the next level. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.